What's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk 101. In today's video, we are going to be covering some more college football predictions and preview videos. We'll start off with Colorado. That's right, Deion Sanders and the Colorado. So we're going to start off with the 2021 season. Um, so they were 1-11, 1-8 Pac-12. So let's see what the record was last year. They played TCU last year in a non-con game. Lost. They lost of 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only game they won was against California, and there's no overtime win. Rest were all losses. So, obviously, it was season for Colorado. So, what's in the books for Colorado? Well, they get a new coach, Deion Sanders. And so let's see. So, yes, he's a good. He was great at. He was 12-0 undefeated and won the SWAT, and his time at Jackson State. I've been noticing Jackson State. Obviously, he's a former Atlanta Braves Falcons player. I don't know if he's a great coach. This first coach at Power Five. We'll see how he does here for season. I do expect Colorado to be slightly better than last year. Okay, and mean, but lose more game than win more games, obviously, but. They are going to do it'll be a slightly better record. And I'll show you why in a second. But it will be definitely a slightly better um uh record that from last year, okay? Colorado over the years has been not a great program. Now they got Deion Sanders. Obviously, he's getting the hype, he's getting all the attention for Coach Prime. I get that. But in all honesty, I just don't think it's good. Colorado's go with back. Okay, I've been hearing this comment all over YouTube from the various channels and different live shows where say a lot of people say, "Oh, Colorado's will go on 9, 10 wins." Look, they're not gonna do that. Okay, only time the Colorado's will go if they go 9, 10 wins, that will be 10 years from now. I'm telling you, 10 years from now, Colorado will have a 9, 10 win season. Okay, um, it just that look, I don't know. You have not seen Deion Sanders coach Colorado. We'll see how it does first year. It's gonna take him at least 2 years to get this under the ropes. And I do know too, it's the first thing too, it's gonna take a lot of recruiting. A lot of at least 10 different recruiting cycles, maybe, over the past next few years to just get Colorado up. I'm gonna tell you right now, Colorado is gonna win 1 to 2 more games than the year they did the year before. Okay, so basically every season, Colorado will have a better record than the year before. And I think that's true. Colorado will improve each year. They will have a better record each year. And the other thing to keep in mind is Colorado played really good teams, like top 25 teams. I mean, look at it. They play TCU, which is because that's a well, I mean they were run ups in the championship. According to this, they're 16. But top teams like Oregon, USC, USLA, Utah, Oregon State. These guys are the really good teams. Those are facing let's say TCU, another good team, Nebraska. And the Nebraska and Colorado is a very similar level of playing field, okay? Meaning that they obviously the Nebraska were bad last year. Scott Frost, they fired him, the coach. But I feel like you go get better two really good teams. I would say this. They're not really good teams, but two bad week two, you're gonna have a bad of like the worst that worst team. But the best is not the worst team, okay? They went 3-9, but they're not like worse. They're slightly better than Colorado, okay, but they're not a good team. No West is a team that's another team that Colorado love is gonna be No West tonight. But No West can easily beat Colorado. I mean that's what it is. But honestly, for Colorado, it's gonna be a struggle for them offensively and defensively. I mean, they got what Sue Sanders at quarterback, Travis Hunter. Those are probably two best players right now on Colorado. That's it. I don't know if there's a player on the defensive side ball or the offensive side ball. I just don't. I just I that just doesn't seem right. We also know that according to Vegas, where we're supposed to look at, their win total for this year is three over under three. I'm gonna tell you over three. Why? I think they can win 3 games. I will they go three and I can look at 3 games this year. Will they go six? Now, ideal is look if they go 3 wins, that's improvement in Dion's first year head coach to Colorado. I look obviously 6-6 making the ball game is the goal. But obviously, it's every goal, right? For every team, make a bowl game, at least minimum. But for Colorado right now, it's a start winning bowl game. Start the goal for Colorado. You'll get 6-6, but not right now. It'll take a few more years to get 6-6 record. I just think Colorado needs to come back and start to win more games. They said, Morgan, how do you do that? Recruiting. That's a big part of college football. Recruiting and having talent. I just don't know if Colorado has that. And look, Colorado, if you look at the roster, let's look at Colorado roster. Colorado, if you look at where they look at the rosters, I'm looking at the roster right now, and I don't see all these players. I don't know who these are, but only players I see is this guy, Sean Sanders, and where's Hunter? Hunter. That's it. Those are the ones I just see the two tests, but other than roster, how's any other people on the roster? Um, and keep in mind, this is Dion's first year, so we'll see how he does. I just don't think Colorado's going to make a bowl game. I'm sorry, no. But let's talk about a prediction and let's start with it. All right, let's start the road. First game of the season is Saturday, September 2nd. I'm on the road against the Longhorns. Sorry, Colorado, but you'll see your first loss season. Hey, I'm all for you guys, but let me see. Yeah. No, lost there. All right, then they come home and they face up Nebraska, another L right there. So 0-2 start the season. This is gonna be a tough schedule, and I'm gonna look. I will point this is a tough schedule for Colorado, but they do get a comeback, bounce back with a win. Now afterwards, the first 3 games you face basically two team. Well, one I guess 16 right now, but I think TCU is gonna be a top 25 team, right? The top 25 so they're a good team. But also use McDuggan, they're gonna use Quentin Johnson. A lot of guys in the NFL, so really, TCU may and they made playoff last year, so and this was offensive coordinator, so TCU may take a step back. We'll see. But Nebraska is going the right direction with a new coach, obviously. So 1-2 to start the season, not bad for Colorado to start the season. I mean, this is what expected, Then this is where the stuff goes. This is where things start to get tough. You face back to back top 15 teams at Oregon and at home in UC. First of all, they got faced up at Oregon, and Oregon is first of all top 15 team. Not first of all, they're top 15. Two, it is not. And look at Pac-12, and that environment in Oregon is not an easy place to play. Eugene, Oregon is not an easy place to play. So, fortunately, there for the Colorado Dion, you're going 1-3, heading to Oregon. Okay, you're just losing Oregon. First of all, the top 15 team, and you're not going to win this game against Oregon, first of all. And two, it's a tough environment. They got the Trojan, and you expect to be Trojan? No. You're what, 1-4? One win so far this season. I just don't think right now, you're not being USC, okay? They're top 14. They're a really good team, and I just like look, we should like I pointed out, they're really good teams because I'll put out the games to watch for But right now for me, this is a tough game for Colorado, and they played tough games this year. So I'll point it out later on. To go. All right, so they face off at Arizona State. That was Arizona State. This is a scenario where do you win this one or do you lose this one? Right? And Arizona State in the past have been okay team. Started off okay team, mediocre team, then became like a decent team. They've been also great some years and good team. So I'm gonna take L. You go on the road. I just don't think you'll win this one. Now you do get Stanford, and I'm gonna go on a limb and say this right now. That's your first win. You're beating Stanford. Now Stanford's a terrible team. Look, you could be Arizona say on the road and lose to Stanford home. That's possible. But I just don't think you're beating Arizona State. I think you beat Stanford. Um, is that they're a terrible team last year, okay? Uh, I just think you could beat them. I just think. Then you get your bye week. And compare bye week. And the bye week, I'm gonna say this right now. Heading to the bye week, you are 2 and what? 5? Yeah, 2-5 in your first 7 games. That's not bad record, but it's better than last year. 2-5. That's actually a good record so far start the season. Obviously not a really good record, but it's actually good for Colorado because you're improving. You got more wins than you had last year, so it's pretty good. Your bye week cannot come at a better time. Why? Coming to your bye week, you got to face 2 back-to-back tough games. You got to play like 1, 2. Oh my God, you got a really tough schedule. You got 2 tough teams. Then you got what? Actually, 1, 2 back-to-back. Then you got Arizona at home. They get faced at Washington and then back-to-back road games to face off season. This is not an easy schedule. Colorado coming off coming off the bye week. It is a tough, tough, tough schedule. But Colorado handle it. Let's see what they do. Look, and also the other game. I'll go game by game. I'll also put out which are the tough games for them. Trap games too, because Colorado has at least 2 trap games so far. 2 trap. Well, maybe 1 trap game, maybe 2. I don't know. Well, it looks like we'll see. Yeah, maybe 2. So pretty much that. All right, they got go on the road play USLA not beat Chip Kelly and company. Then you got to face Oregon State at home. You not beat Oregon State. And then you could go face off again back to the home games. They face. I think you beat Arizona this year. I just think you go Arizona. And then you go finish off the season L. So lose to at Washington at Utah. So let's break the schedule. Look at the second half. They got at UCLA, at Washington, and at Utah. Back to back road games. Really good teams. In fact, Washington State's pretty good in the past few years. So, yeah, you're not beating Washington State. You're not beating Utah. You're not beating Oregon State, or UCLA, USC, or Oregon. So those are teams. Now, where are the trap games and tough games right now? Well, I'm going to do tough games in black. All right, so we know right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 are the toughest games for Colorado right now, hands down. And you're facing really good teams in the Pac-12. I'm talking confidence right now. In terms of conference games, this is tough schedule right now for Colorado. Is this? This could be tough for Deion Sanders. Can he get a win against the team? Not right now, but eventually, yes. I just don't think you'll be a top 50. You pay, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 really good teams in the Pac-12. Not really good, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 good teams, and then 1 on the borderline okay team in the and Washington has been a good team, so you're not being a Washington anyways. So and you get also back-to-back road games. Now, where are the trap games for Colorado? Let's see. The first trap game I'm thinking of is this game. Remember, right here. Why is the trap game? Well, they got Arizona sandwich right between Oregon State and Washington State on the road. This is gonna be a tough schedule set. The second half of the schedule is gonna be tough for Colorado because you got a game against Arizona sandwiched in between one, two, three, four really tough games, and it's really gonna be a trap game there. They could easily lose this one, but I think they'll win this one. Like I say, yeah. Any trap? Oh, here, Arizona State. I think it'll be a trap game. For probably two reasons. You got USC, and then you got Stanford, and so you got this in between. It's also a road game. It's not gonna be. It's gonna actually. It's gonna be also not. It's not gonna be easy game. So not really a tough game, but it's just the way the game is where it lands on schedule. The other games that I want could be potential trap games is well, I mean they got that's it. Only two trap games so far. Look, Colorado got lucky. The only thing I'm seeing Colorado needs to work out is look, first two games. Lost to TCU last year. Can they win it? Was on the road in Fort Worth. I don't think so. I think you're losing. You're losing. You'll go 1-2 in non-con, and you're going what? One, two, two wins, two and one, two, three, four, five, 2-7 in your conference games, and 1-2 in your non-con. And so you're gonna finish the season 3-9. Remember, Vegas, what is it? Vegas and total is over. So the Kobe bye week, a really tough schedule. So really, you this is reasonable for Colorado. You go 3-9, which is actually two more wins better than last year's schedule. They won 1-11 last year. You're going 3-9 this year. That's it. So Colorado, there you have it. Colorado's going 3-9 with wins to Colorado State, Stanford, and Arizona, and losses to TCU, Nebraska, Oregon Ducks, USC Trojan, Arizona State Sun Devils, UC Bruins, Oregon State Beavers, the Washington State Cougars, and the Utah Utes. Those are your losses, and your wins are in the Colorado Rams, Stanford Cardinals, and Arizona Wildcats. They have a 3-9 for the season for Deion Sanders. That's actually an improvement. So, all right. I am Sports Talk World signing out. Now we'll see you next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to share my videos throughout your wherever maybe social platform or wherever that may be. Anyways, yep, help like subscribe channel and share my videos. And once again, Sports Talk World signing out. Peace.